Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new series. We're starting yet again in our wonderful world of Azeroth. This is the World of Warcraft classic version, released at the arse end of last year. It takes us back to when Warcraft was first released as the MMO back in 2014, believe it or not. And I can't wait to get cracking back in this game. It's going to be awesome. In actual fact, am I right in my dates? 2014 sounds a bit too close. I think it might have been even earlier than that. But anyway, I digress. We're going to be running two playthroughs concurrently. One I'm going to create today, and I've got my ideas. I'm going to be playing my very first character. Basically, the character that I created when I very first started in Warcraft. And that's the one that we are going to be running on the Alliance side. I'll be creating that in just a second. However, I'd like if you could all please just jot down in the comments below and give me an indication of what you would like to see from the Horde side as a character. Male, female, orc, undead, Tauron, or troll. And if I just quickly go over so people can see what the options are. With the Orc we have Warrior, Hunter, Rogue, Shaman and Warlock. Undead, Warrior, Rogue, Priest, Mage, Warlock. Tauren we have Warrior, Hunter, Shaman and Druid. Or Troll we have the Warrior, Hunter, Rogue, Mage, Shaman or Priest. Okay, so as I say, jot down in the comments below and let me know what you'd like to see us play on the Horde side. That playthrough will be starting in the following week, so you haven't got long to get in your comments and let me know what you'd like to see. This also, I should probably mention right now, this does not in any way, shape or form take over from our current, or I say current, the previous series of our journey through Azeroth with Serenlil and Tembok Bali. We will be coming back to those a little later on. However, this is just to get started again in our journey through Azeroth, as it were, back in Classic, so everybody can see what it was like back in the days. So we're going to be creating our Night Elf Hunter. I'm going to see if we can get the name Valenfor. It will be male, obviously, and I'm just going to very quickly get through this. And as I say, create essentially what was my character from long ago. I think that was this one, and I think I went for the, yeah, more like that blue. Nice clean shaven. Let's see, fingers crossed. Can we take our namesake here? We can, fantastic. Okay, so let's get cracking. Please sit down, enjoy yourself, relax, kick back, and let's get started with our classical journey through Azeroth. I've whacked the graphics up as high as they'll go. This is of course using the modular engine of years past, so things are going to look a little bit rough around the edges maybe, but it'll still look good. Anyway, here we go. The good old classic loading screen there for you.
For 10,000 years, the immortal Night Elves cultivated a druidic society within the shadowed recesses of Ashenvale Forest. Yet recently, the catastrophic invasion of the Burning Legion shattered the tranquility of their ancient civilization. Led by the Archdruid Malfurion Stormrage and the priestess Tyrande Whisperwind, the mighty Night Elves rose to challenge the demonic onslaught. Though victorious, the Night Elves were forced to sacrifice their cherished immortality and watch their beloved forests burn. Seeking to regain their immortality, a number of wayward druids conspired to plant a special tree that would link their spirits to the eternal world. Despite Malfurion's warnings that nature would never bless such a selfish act, the Druids planted the great tree Teldrassil off the stormy coasts of northern Kalimdor. Within the twilight boughs of the colossal tree, the wondrous city of Darnassus took root. However, the great tree was not consecrated with nature's blessing, and soon fell prey to the corruption of the Burning Legion. Now the wildlife, and even the limbs of the great tree itself, are tainted by a growing darkness. As one of the few night elves still left in the world, it is your sworn duty to defend Darnassus and the wild children of nature against the Legion's encroaching corruption.
Okay, so I'm going to ignore the tips for now because I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing, but we will just have a little play around quickly with our interface. I'm quite happy with auto loot. I don't need the auto loot key, I don't think. Right, okay, and show targets, target, no, that's all fine. Display, not bothered about seeing our helm, we'll keep our cloak on, no. Instant quest text, no. Well, actually, yeah, we'll keep instant quest text on. I'm going to read all the quests, something I don't do currently, or have done previously in the other Journeys Through Azeroth, but we will do that. If I need to adjust sound or anything, I will do, but I won't really know how we've got on with sound until you guys watch it, of course. We'll put our action bars visible, although I can't actually see that. I think it all looks good. Okay, return to game now. Weirdly, there should be other action bars here, but I can't see them. Oh, there they are. They're hidden. Why are they hidden? Okay, well, we're going to dump this and this there. And I'll go over a little bit on what we've got before we get started here too much. Let me just move away from this ambient sound. Okay, here we go. So, back along. Auto shot we'll put up there as well. Sorry, I'm just talking random nonsense at the moment. So back along with regards to our hunter class itself, they had a quiver, and in the quiver they had arrows. Took up a bag slot, nothing we could do about that. But as soon as we ran out of ammo, we then stopped being able to use our bow or gun or whatever our projectile weapon was. Now that's something we're going to have to bear in mind. My idea is that we'll go essentially exactly the same as how I crafted my character originally. That means I will be going skinning and leather working, so we'll try and be as self-sufficient as possible. The other thing is, with Classic it was very difficult to make money, so we're not going to see the kinds of levels of money that we did previously, but that's not a problem. We'll do whatever we can do. We'll do the best that we can, okay? Anyway, let's get started here.
Greetings.
Ah, the beauty of Shadowglen never ceases to delight my senses. Okay, so greetings, Valenfor. I'm Conservator Iltha Lane. My purpose in Shadowglen is to ensure that the balance of nature is maintained. The spring rains were particularly heavy this year, causing some of the forest's beasts to flourish while others suffered. Unfortunately, the Nightsaber and Thistleboar populations grew too large. Shadowglen can only produce so much food for the beasts. Journey forth, young hunter, and thin the boar and saber populations so that nature's harmony will be preserved. Kill 7 young Nightsabers and 4 young Thistleboars. Okay.
May the stars guide.
I shall accept your questicle. Right, so let's get started here. Too far away? I don't think so. Come on. How are you too far away? Okay, this is another interesting thing that we don't see in the current renditions of World of Warcraft, but we do in this one, is that you will notice I'm getting this here. Bows and daggers are going up in skill level. Here are our skills. As we get hit, our defense will go up. Daggers obviously will go up as we use our daggers, and bows will go up as we use our bows. These are our weapon proficiencies, and if we don't keep up with these, we will just continuously miss. And this is something that was corrected later on. And obviously also in order to use other weapons we'll have to seek out proficiencies as well. That will mean going to the likes of, I think, Ironforge to pick up axes and Stormwind to pick up swords. Because otherwise we will be limited on just daggers, and that's not something that I'm overly interested in doing. Now, as I've said a little earlier on in this video, whilst we were creating our character, we're going to have 2 on the go here for Classic. 2 playthroughs essentially. One will be, as I said, the Horde, one will be the Alliance. So we'll have Valenfor and another character running concurrently twice a week. They're going to be probably around the 30-minute mark for episodes, and then eventually I will get back into recording our actual journeys through Azeroth, the current game as it is. Now, unfortunately, as it were, when they released Shadowlands, they did up the system requirements, which actually puts it just out of reach of my current system. We could play it, but I'd have to reduce the graphics down so much that I think it would look rather disastrous. So it does mean that we're going to have to, we might have to just play a little bit with it looking a little bit, you know, grainy perhaps. Just not what you're used to. And we got our first level up. There we go. This is back along when points actually meant something, you know. Right, so we've got a couple more Night Sabers to defeat here. Can I change this to local time at all? No, I can't. Okay, not to worry. Right, all I can see at the moment are Thistlebore. Oh, this genuinely does bring back so many fond memories. And November, it was, I think, the 23rd of November 2004. So not 2014. I knew that sounded way too soon to have been the release. Yeah, 2004 was back along when I first started playing. Oh, actually, sort of the summer of 2015, I should say. The game first released in 2004. So 2005. Sorry, I'm getting my dates mixed up. There must be something wrong with my brain today. Now, unlike the current game, again, I'm going to stop referring to current game and this game, because I think that could be confusing to some people that have just started watching. But what Warcraft is at the moment versus what this is, there's quite a few things that are obviously very different. One thing, for example, is that I believe we have to attain the level of 10 before we get our first pet.
Peace be with you.
Whereas in the current game, I think you only have to get to level 2 or something. Right, we can use leather up until level 40, and then we'll be going up to mail. So we'll be taking whatever we can in terms of leather. Right, so this sigil was given to me by a messenger from our hunter trainer, Ayana. It seems Ayana would have words with you when you have a moment. Read it and bring it to her afterwards. Read the etched sigil and speak to Ayana Everstride at the top of Aldrassil in Shadowglen. Furthermore,
What brings you here?
thinning the younger population of creatures here in Shadowglen was a good start, Valenfor, but there is still work to be done. The resources of the forest will be depleted too quickly if the problem is not addressed. Killing nature's beasts is a necessary evil for the good of all who share the land. Venture into the forest, slay mangy nightsabers and thistlebores in the name of balance. Sahinel wants us to go out and kill 7 mangy nightsabers and 7 thistlebore. We're going to get a belt for doing this one, I think, probably. And let's just put that on as well. Now, I did do a little boo-boo there when I handed in. I forgot to read what he had to say So I'll make sure not to do that again. Right, let's just check this quickly. Elune is with you, Valenfor. The wind whispers it to me. And I'm glad I can... Sorry, hang on, let me reread this. I'm glad I can directly take part in shaping of the next generation of hunters. From what I've been told, you are close to Aldrasil. I would meet with you inside the Great Tree when you have time. Our elders have charged me with ensuring that new hunters are properly trained for the trials ahead. You being one of the newest students, it would behoove, I love that word, behoove you to visit me. Until then, be well. Okay, and I think she's in this little cubby hole here. There she is.
I am honoured.
Okay, so you've arrived none too soon, Valenfor. Welcome to Shadowglen. I trust my sigil found you in good spirits and health. As I said previously, I'm here to train you as a hunter, to tame beasts, to aid you in battle, to use a bow with unerring accuracy, and to respect the lands which we call home and also the lands beyond. Okay. As you experience what Shadowglen has to teach, come see me. I'll be able to help you understand more about your role as a hunter and what you are capable of. These are dangerous times, Valenfor. Do not take for granted the skill of your pets. There are things in this world more dangerous than you can imagine. Go with Elune and return to me again. Okay, so one of the differences, between the current game and this game, in Classic we had to return to our trainers every 2 levels to train and pick up new skills. Because as you can see, level 4 we'll get Aspect of the Monkey, level 4 we'll also get Serpent Sting, 6 we get Arcane Shot, 6 we get Hunter's Map. Currently we've got Track Beasts, which I'm going to take. I'm going to untick Unavailable because I don't really like seeing what we haven't got available to us. I know that doesn't really make much sense, but let's put Track Beasts up here. It's always a useful skill to have on your bar. The other thing is Shadow Meld. There we go. Okay, so without further ado, let's turn Track Beasts on because that will give us a little hand in trying to track down these Thistleboars and mangy Night Sabers. And let us continue onward. I can't jump that one. Mangy Night Sabers are just across the way. I'm sure there was a part of this that I could jump on. There we go. Hey, have they put an invisible wall up here now? What we used to be able to do was jump down from the roof of this place. Oh no, there we go. As he says. I'd also like my health to be visible here. So let me just check my interface options again. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Okay, Mangy Night Saber, here we go. One thing that we will need to concentrate on within this playthrough specifically is making sure, as I said before, that we are as self-sufficient as possible. I have no other characters, so I can't be relying on things like money being sent, etc. So I'm going to have to be able to make my own armour, sell stuff on Auction House, fish, of course, as well, and cook. We are also coming into Classic quite late in the day. As I say, it was released at Arsender last year, sort of October time. Many people have been playing it since then. Guilds have been established, raids have already been done. I think they've already opened up one of the last of the raid raid dungeons. In actuality, I believe they may have even released Naxxramas. I need to check that. And quite a few people who perhaps only got as far as, say, Wrath of the Lich King might be looking at each other or just saying to themselves, hang on, did you say Naxxramas? Yeah, Naxxramas was originally, back in Classic, it was the final of the raid dungeons, but it was taken out in favour of Wrath of the Lich King. We're also going to be playing this very vanilla experience. Now, what I mean by that is that we're not really going to be picking up any add-ons. There are quite a few add-ons that have been recreated for Classic, and things like Atlas Loot, etc. Quest Helper. But we're going to play it exactly as was intended, as it came out the box. And I really need to get myself some new legs, or armoured trousers, shall we say, because I don't like the fact that we've got essentially like ankle swingers on at the moment. It's not a good look. Not a good look, especially when you have blue legs. And ding, as they say, level 3. How are we off of bag space at the moment? Not bad. This is one part and parcel of the Classic experience, was the fact that bag space was few and far between. It's going to be a long time before we actually get ourselves some bags. And that's even if I can afford them. But I just love the fact that, you know, again, I did this in my very first playthrough on the channel through WoW. Listen to some of the background sounds when I'm not fighting things. Just quieten the mind and close your eyes. Just listen to that ambient sound for a second. The wisps. Don't know about anyone else, but it's so immersive. It makes me think that I'm on, you know, in the middle of a, I don't know, the Amazon maybe, like the birds, the chimey sounds. It's actually a really good ambient sound to do things like meditation with. I know that sounds a bit odd, but it does work. Okay, so we've found another quest here. As you'll see, they don't actually come out on the map. They do on, obviously, the new one. So a friend of mine named Iveron usually visits me at the same time every day. The strange thing is that he hasn't been by today at all. He's several hours late, in fact. I admit I'm a little worried, Valenfor. Iveron spends a lot of time over by the cave to the north, and I'm sure you know how dangerous it is. There are spiders everywhere. If you happen to be going that way, though, will you keep an eye out for him?
Good luck, friend.
Yes, of course. We will keep an eye out for him. We have another quest here.
How may I help?
Thank goodness you are here, Hunter. Strange news have travelled to me through the whisperings of the forest spirits. The mysterious woodland protector, Tarindrella, has returned to Shadow Glen. The Dryad's presence has not been felt in the forests of Kandor in years. Something is surely amiss if she has journeyed back to this land. Seek out Tarindrella and see what business she tends to in our grove. One of the sentinels reported seeing her to the southwest of Alderson. Okay. And we'll look out for her in just a secondo. Let's go and check up here.
Ishnu Allah.
I'm just going to repair. And let's get rid of all of our grey tut, because there's no point hanging on to any of this. Like that, there we go. You gonna sell? There we go, good.
What brings you here?
Let's just make sure we've... Oh. We'll just fill up on stacks of... There we go.
Del Madras.
The one thing I don't want to end up doing is running out of ammo. We have a quest to hand in over yonder. I'm not sure, there may be a quest at... I was going to say there may be a quest at the back of there, but... For now, let's go and hand in over here. Sorry, Mr. Bunny. Ooh, someone with a mount.
Ishnuala.
You've proven your dedication to nature well, Valenfor. A young hunter like yourself has a promising future. Thank you very much. I'll take your belt.
Go in peace.
And I'll equip that bad boy. There we are. We have a gnome on a night saber. But looks like I see you found me, young night elf. Malithar is a wise druid to have sent you. Something evil is brewing in the forest of Teldrassil. Look long to the hills. Look along the hills to where the peaceful furbolgs used to dwell. They have deserted their homes and are amassing under the name of the Gnarlpine tribe. Only the corruption of wicked Felmos could cause such a transformation. The Gels and Grelkin have infected the area and are threatening the residents of Shadowglen. Engage these Grels and Grelkin, Valenfor, and see if they are indeed caught under the enchantment of the wicked Felmos. Collect 8 Felmos and bring them to Turinda. So we're going to get some new leather legs by the looks of things, and some healing herbs. Well, let's go and get that quest done now. Let's track it. The other thing is, and again, because I haven't really played a hunter in the later game, I'm not sure about how the dead zone works, but there is something referred to as a dead zone. Once the mob gets so close to you, about there, it was a little bit closer, I think it's 5 meters or some such, you're unable to use your bow. You'll see here. So as soon as that goes red, that means he's entered the dead zone. There you are. So that stops us from being able to engage in ranged combat, basically. Now, one thing that we can do is, once we get a couple of our abilities that are instant, like, for example, Arcane Shot, I think is one of them, we can start training enemies around, sticking on like one of our speed buffs. We get a speed buff aspect of the cheetah, I think it is, and that will allow us to run and continue to stop, shoot, run a bit more, shoot, and keep the distance between us and our enemy. The other thing is, of course, once we get a pet, the pet will enable us to keep at distance, because they will be holding aggro over the enemy, and we can just go ham with our bow. Now back along again, I concentrated mainly on the talent trees, and as a lot of you will be aware, we have talents in game just like we do currently, split between 3 trees: marksman, beast mastery and survival. Tend to ignore survival, even though I think quite a few people back along used survival. It might have been more of a PvP, talent spec, but we're going to be going marksman pretty much the entire marksman route. True Shot Aura, which was a buff, was actually really nice. It did allow us quite a lot of extra damage. And even though at the moment we only need 8 of these Felmoses, we're going to continue here and just plough through as much as we can. Right, let's just take this last guy down. Fantastic. Alright, and I just need to have a quick pause here, so give me 2 seconds. Right, okay, sorry about that. nature calls, as always. It's one of the bad things of drinking coffee. It's a diuretic, passes straight through you all my days. Okay, so we've managed to get all of our fell moss. Let's go and hand back in here. And then we're actually going to call it here for our first episode. And we'll get moving on in the next episode. Try and get to level 6 if we can.
Hi!
So, satisfy my suspicions, Valenfor. Bring me the 8 fell moss. Your service to the creatures of the Shadowglen is worthy of reward, Valenfor. You confirm my fears, however. If the Grells have become tainted by fell moss, one can only imagine what has become of the Gnarlpine tribe of Furbolgs who once lived here. Should you find yourself in Dolinar, able hunter, seek out the knowledgeable druid Athridas Baremantle. He shares our concern for the well-being of the forest. So, new legs. That's exactly what I said I wanted. Oh gosh, and now I've got a pair of hot pants on. It's not good, is it? Okay, well anyway, I'm going to head this way and sell up, and we will call it here today. I will see you in the next episode, and hopefully a series that's going to progress and thrive. One that I know everyone has enjoyed watching previously, and we're going to actually, I think, develop the channel more into a WoW channel, because it seems to be just one that everybody actually really likes. So until then, guys, take care. Thanks for watching. Leave us comments below if you are new to the channel. Please subscribe. It helps to grow the channel. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care. And bye-bye for now.